Welcome to my channel. Here we're going to be working on this problem. What we are going to do is to produce the surface development of this object, and this is the front elevation of a truncated hexagonal pyramid. The front elevation of a truncated hexagonal pyramid, and as we can see here, we have that the total height is 60 and the distance from here to the center here is 40. Okay, and then this line, this is the cutting plane up here. So the cutting plane is at angle 45 degrees to the horizontal, and then this radius is half of the total distance from here to here, which is supposed to be the distance across corners, though it is not written here, but I'm going to take it as 60 millimeters. So the distance across corners is 60 millimeters. So which means that the radius of this curve here is 30 millimeters, as the curve touches the center line here. So we are going to produce the surface development of this truncated hexagonal pyramid. Now let's go and see how this work can be done. So the first thing that we are going to do is to draw a vertical center line. So we are going to draw a vertical center line. So we draw a vertical center line. So vertical center lines are drawn with thin long chain line. Always make it a thin long chain line. Then we also have the horizontal center line. So we have horizontal center line. Alright, so then we are going to take a measurement of 30 millimeters. If the distance across corners is 60, so you take 30 millimeters. So put it at this point here, and then you draw a circle. So I'm not going to make the circle to be more visible, so it's okay like this. I believe you can see it. Then with the radius that I used to draw this circle, you put the pinpoint here, then draw an arc up and down the circle, then put it at this point, draw an arc up and down the circumference of the circle. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is to join this point together. So we join this point together. So I just want to do the surface development, so I'm not doing any other thing with this question. So it's only the surface development that I want to do. So then for the hexagonal base, so I'll just produce it like this. I'm not going to make it to be thick lines, so that's why I'm not using the black pen, I'm using the red pen. Okay, so we connect this point together. So just for us to produce the given view, which is the front elevation. Alright, so we have this. So I just want to get the front elevation. So come up a bit and then draw this horizontal line. Then we take a measurement of 60 millimeters. Then take 40 on the center line. So then from this point, draw a vertical line to touch the horizontal. Then draw a vertical line here to touch the horizontal line. At this point, you draw a vertical line. At this point, you draw a vertical line to touch the horizontal. Then we are joining this together with the apex of the pyramid. So we also join this together with the apex of the pyramid. Then we join this together with the apex of the pyramid, and then we join this together with the apex of the pyramid. So we have this. So with that 40 that we have taken, so we take our 45 degrees set square. So we set it at this point where we have that 40, and we draw the cutting plane. So this is the cutting plane here, as we see it in that drawing. And then, so we take our compass, so putting it at pinpoint at this point here, and we extend the pen point here. So we draw the curve. Okay, so this is it. Alright, so this part has been cut off, this part has been cut off. So let's make the remaining part to be more feasible. Alright, so and then alright, so this is what we have left. So we want to develop this part. That is what we want to do. So let's take the seam XX. So let's take this point. That means we are cutting it here and open. That is what we want to do now. So to do that, so what we are to do now to draw the surface development, so is to come here like this and draw a horizontal line. So if this point is point O, and then if I number this point here, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, here is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. So here we have 1 prime, so this is 2 comma 6 prime prime, and this is 3 prime 5 prime. Then we have this point to be 4 prime. Alright, so let's take note of the numbering that we have done. So this is also point 1, so this is 2 6, so this point here, and this point is 3, so this point is 3 5, and then this point is 4. So let's take note of that. So then that means this point will be point O, that is the apex of the pyramid. So all we have to do now, so is to take the true length. So this is the true length. This is true length since the corner is on this horizontal. So this line O1 prime is the true length. So we take this distance, which is true length. So you take it like this. Okay, so take it here like this. Then we put the pinpoint here at point O, which is the apex of the pyramid. Then you draw an arc like this. So draw this arc. Alright, so having drawn the arc, so so what we are to do now, so you take distance 1 to 2 on the plan, which is the length of the hexagonal base. So you put the midpoint here, so you make an arc 1, we are making 6, so this is 2, so come to this point, this is 3, so come to this point, so here is 4, so this point is 5, and this point is 6. Okay, so we are going to connect this point together with the apex. So we connect this together with the apex. So we also connect this together with the apex. We connect this also together with the apex. So this point, so we connect it together with the apex, and this, so we join together with the apex. And lastly, for this one, so we join it together with the apex. Alright, so then, so the next thing that we are going to do here is this. So part of this has been cut off. Okay, so let's leave it here like this. Or okay, so I can just connect this together, but let's number. So we are opening from 4, so this point is 4. Okay, we are going to have 4 at this point, and we also have 4 at this point. So what follows 4, 3, and 5? So here we have 3, and then this will be 5. Then next we have what we have 2 and 6. Then we have what we have 1. Alright, so that's what we have there. So partially I will join the point together with straight lines. So we join this together. So I will join 2 and 3 together like this. Then we join 1 and 2 together. Okay, then 6 and 2, then 5 and 6. Okay, so we may still need to take in some part, but let's make it like this first. All right, so if we are opening, so this part that is cut off up here, let's work it out. So put the pinpoint of the compass here at point O, extend to this point 4. This is point 4, extend it here, put at this point O here. Okay, then you make an arc here on 4, so make an arc here on 4. Then we have 3 and 5, so put the midpoint here, extend to this point 3 and 5. Okay, so put it at this point O here, so make an arc on 3, make an arc on 5. Next we have what we have, 2, 6, so which is this point. Okay, so we put it here, so make an arc on 2, make an arc on 6, and lastly for 1. Okay, so this is 1, so put it here, so make an arc on 1. All right, so we are going to join this together with straight lines. We are joining for pyramids, so we use straight line. Pyramids and prisms, so we do use straight lines, not French curve. But for cylinders and cones, so we use French curves to join the point together. Okay, so let's take note of that. All right, so we have this now. Now let's now work this out. Let's work this out. So this point that we have here, this point is for 1, this is for 2 and 6. Then we have the center. So this center now, we now need to locate it. So this center is between let's say it is between 5 and 6 and 2 and 4. 5 and 6 and 2 and 5 and 6 and 2 and 3. So 5 and 6 and 2 and 3. So we need to locate this center, this point. Okay, so what we have to do is to take this distance from here. So this is from what? From 1. Okay, so it's from okay, so it will take it from 1. So from 1 to the center here. So we have 1 here. Okay, so we have 1 here. So this will land us on 2. No. Okay, so let's get the point. So from here, let's get for 1. So this is for 1 here. So put it at this point. Then we make an arc here on 1. So we have this for 1. Then for 2, 6. So extend it to 2, 6 here. So put at this point. So this is 2. And then, so here is 6. Okay, so we have this. Then this point that we have here. All right, so we are going to take this distance. So we come on to this point 6 here, 6 and 2. So we take this distance from here to here. That is from 2, 6 to this center here. So we take that distance and then we put the pinpoint at 2. So we make an arc here on this line. Okay, then we put it on 6. So we make an arc here on this line. All right, so that's what we have there. So what we are to do now, so we are going to join this together as a curve. So we join this together as a curve like this, and then we also join this together as a curve. So we join this together as a curve like this. Okay, and for this part, so we also have this curve here. Alright, so this is what we have here. So then for this, so we make this a thick line. Then from here to here, so make it a thick line. So we also make this a thick line, and then we make this a thick line from here to here. Alright, so other things that we have to do, so this line, so make it a thick line. So we also make this line a thick line from here to here, and then this line, so make it a thick line from here to here. Also this line, we make it a thick line, and then this line, so make it a thick line from here down, and then this line, we also make it a thick line. Alright, so this is how the surface development of this truncated hexagonal pyramid will look, as simple as I've done it here. All you have to do is to practice. Thank you, and God bless you.